The Robinson incident and the Cornisha Butler incident. So we left off on talking about the situation that took place between what happened in Cabo. So Boom, you just came in. Do you have some thoughts that you would like to share?
I sure do, man. Mainly say that friends ain't friends. You know what I'm saying? Watch your friends, keep your friends close, your enemies closer, and all that goes.
Right.
Give me a second. Give me your thoughts right quick while I just need like 2 minutes. I'm still here. I'm still listening to you. I just need like 2 minutes to get in my background right, but I'm still listening. So just give me your thoughts on it, then I'm gonna run off of that.
Um. Well, I mean, I think it was wrong. I mean, it was messed up. Like, I don't even know. I mean, it's sad to see somebody fighting somebody that's not even trying to fight back. I mean, I don't know what more to say. Like, I don't even understand the purpose of this. But before we lost connection with you, Kevin, you were saying you were asking me, did I hear about something? Yeah.
You able to hear him? I'm not able to hear him. You can hear him, Miss Vonda?
Yeah.
All right, cool. For some reason, I can't hear him. I hope I ain't cutting him off.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Well, I hope they do have to do time over there because they definitely deserve it. But I mean, I don't understand what more could be to a story to do somebody like that. I mean, what could somebody do that you wait you're gonna get them out into another state to do something like that? I don't even know what can come up that would justify that.
So if he talking, I don't mean to cut him off, but if he is talking, um, you can hear me in the background. We can't hear him on the live.
You said what?
So I'm watching you on my other phone, and we
Mm-hmm.
cannot hear him on the live. Like I'm looking at the Facebook live, you can hear me in the background talking, but we can't hear him on the live.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you on the live too. We just can't hear him.
Yeah, I think it's his. I don't know if it's where he's at or it's his connection or something.
Yeah, so I just had to make sure. Like I wanted to make sure I could, you know what I'm saying, with it, if it wasn't just me. So I went to your page to listen. We cannot hear him on the live for sure. So I don't know what's going on with what he got going on and how you able to hear. Well, we can't hear him for sure.
Okay. All right. So, what are your thoughts? Probably gonna breeze through this because I've already like it's. Um,
A little bit irritated. Don't worry about it. Just tell bro to just try and leave and come back. Like just leave and come back. If he can hear me, just tell him to leave and come back. Maybe that'll work out.
okay.
Sometimes you just gotta reset the whole situation with him, not you. But nah. My take on it is see the video, watch the girl. She goes, she kicks it with her friend. She looking for them. She can't find them. They all in one area together. She come in with this high energy. Y'all get ready. You know what I'm saying? They all in there with this negative energy.
Did it look like they was
Definitely.
plotting to you?
Um, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, they was all in one room. She walking around the big ass villa by herself. It could have been a plot. I don't know why everybody wasn't like, "Hey, come in here, Shanquella," you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe she was in the middle of doing something. She walked off and came back in. Uh, but she was walking from what it looked like she was walking around looking for a gun. So kind of felt like she was oddball out anyway. What I don't understand is what's the reason. Um, the parents stated that they had called saying that they needed like 150 for the doctor to come, then they need like 5 more thousand
Mm-hmm.
for the hospital for her to go to the hospital or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it seemed like they definitely tried to cover it up. My thing is, for what the fuck happened to make them even get into that? Because I did see the fight. I did see when the girl got the swinging on her. I did see her throw her down to the ground, start hitting her some more, and she was kind of just sitting there. And then I ain't see nothing else after that. It was just all like everybody's own thoughts on what could have possibly happened. At the end of the day, it just seemed like they was all friends. I mean, the friends fight. I don't fuck with my friends before too, so friends fight. But it just seemed like something bad happened. Then nobody wanted to snitch, so they all came up with a reason for what really happened. But maybe it was just her and the girl situation. They got into a fight. At first, at first, I was being told like it was a boy girl, like one of them boys who dress up as females, those transsexual women fighting her. But I don't know if that's the case either though. But
That
uh,
picture to me, it didn't look. It looked fake. It looked like it was Photoshop.
okay, okay. So
You don't think
regardless,
you
uh,
don't think she's a girl?
uh, I didn't study the picture. It was just like two pictures. It was one where it was a man, then there was another where it was a man dressed as a woman. So that's all I really seen. I ain't really study it to be like, oh, and I ain't really going off of what everybody's saying. So I was just like, maybe that's what it was. I don't know. All I know is it was a whole bunch of friends. One of them ended up dead, and everybody tried to cover it up. And it almost reminded me of that Jenkins situation. I think it was her name is Jenkins.
Yeah, it was
Jenkins.
Kanika.
It almost reminded me of her situation. Um, with the being around the friends and nobody knowing what happened. And it's just like my own sister, she likes to go out of country and stuff and be with her friends. And I can imagine it being her, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what the fuck happened to my sister? So I can just imagine what the family going through. But I just know that that whole situation is sad and it definitely needs to be justified because for sure that's some bullshit for that lady to be gone and not come back to her family and nobody have an actual answer for what went down because don't nobody want to be charged with nothing and don't nobody want to snitch. But if you ask me, all of them should be charged if ain't nobody gonna come out because it's just some bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just some bullshit. Y'all supposed to be together. Y'all leave together. Y'all come back together. Like, or
Mm-hmm.
if anything, send her back home. Y'all down there fighting. You really trying to hurt this girl. You really was mad from the fight that I seen on the video. she was that bad, you gotta throw her and do all this other ass shit. So I wanna know what the fuck the reason was for y'all to even go that hard on each other, or for you to go that hard on her, because it don't look like she was even fighting back.
She wasn't fighting back. She even said at one point she didn't want to fight back when the so-called best friend was filming, and he said, "At least fight back, Shanquella." And she said she didn't want to, and the girl continued to fight her.
Right. See, that goes right there. So for sure, whoever was courting need to come up with some answers on what happened. Um, Once she said she didn't want to fight, it should have been in there like, all right, you want to fight, then fuck it, you a hoe. You know how we get down. Fuck that, then you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers still got to show their nuts and shit. And now look, calling people talking about some y'all need money for hospital bills and shit like. That shit, the situation is a whole bunch. Justice for the homie, man.
It's also been rumored though that they stole $10,000 from her too. Like when they brought her luggage, like her to her mom and stuff, like her wallet and all that stuff wasn't in there. But it also been rumored that they took money from her to pay for those, because if you go out of town and then you want to leave early, you have to pay to upgrade your ticket. And they all left early.
Man. So they use her money to leave her.
Yeah.
So is her body still out the country?
Oh
Like what's
no,
going on
her
with the
body
body?
made it back to North Carolina. And they had the funeral yesterday.
Okay. So R.I.P. to her, but it really ain't gonna be rest in peace till she has to get her justice for real. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, it just really needs to be known what the fuck happened, like what really went down, man. Cause the story needs to be told. And I mean, not even to us, like we just the owners, because it really just need to be told to the family. As far as we go, I would say that it's something that we really need to learn from. Man, going out of country with people you think is your friend, yeah, not knowing what the outcome's gonna be. Just have to be more careful with yourself, more careful with the people you're around. I would say knowing the people that you're around. You know a person is envious or
Do you
conniving,
think though
and
that
they
they
friends or
really
a friend.
showed that? Like because the mom, I watched her interview with her earlier, and she was saying that the one that was filming, they had been friends for 5 years. He didn't sit at the table and ate. He didn't went on trips with them, with the family.
Right, but listen, the family will do you bad. So you know your friends will do you bad, man. I always say my personal statements is if we ain't conjoined twins and you really got your own mind. And even the conjoined twins who share bodies, they still got separate heads, but they got to do everything together. You know what I'm saying? So just because we came out the same pussy, just because we went to the same school, don't mean you got my back. Um, the first murder in the Bible was brothers. You know what I'm saying? Cain killed Abel. You feel me? So that tells me anybody can kill him. You know what I'm saying? My own brother do it. So I mean, you can eat at my table, but that don't mean you don't want what I want or want what I got. You know what I'm saying? You can sit next to me, ha ha, key, but you could be just doing all that because if you fucked up, I got it. If you hungry, you can always come eat at my house. So therefore, you might want to be friends with the next person, but you only being friends with me because every Sunday I'm cooking. And you good to come through and cook. You good to come through and eat. You'll rather be friends with somebody else, but at the end of the day, you always got a seat at my table, so therefore you gonna be my friend just for that. Like, and even then, like if I'm first off is if I go out of town with my home about to fight somebody, and he like I don't want to fight. It's only gonna be two things that's gonna be the outcome with me. The younger me gonna be like, fuck it, I'll fight him like, you know what I'm saying? That's me. That's the younger me. The older me still gonna be immature. Be like, all right, y'all ain't gotta fight, nigga. You was the whole ass nigga, but y'all ain't about to fight. You ain't, my nigga say you don't wanna fight, you ain't gonna put your hands on. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be me.
Yeah.
I'll let him fight, but if my nigga say he don't wanna fight, I'm like, all right, you ain't gonna put your hands on my homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if we all cool, like we supposed to be, then I'm gonna be like, all right, y'all really ain't supposed to be fighting any fucking ways. We ain't come out here for that. I ain't gonna be recording it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the shot so I can post to my TikTok or my Facebook. Cause we all cool. Why the fuck would I want to post one of my friends beating my other friend ass if we really friends? So I mean that just goes to show right there. Like you eating at my table, you coming to meet my mama, you laughing and giggling. I probably been gave you some money for the bill. You feel me? My mom probably don't look out for you. And now we here in this situation and you egging it on. Fight back, fight back. What the fuck you mean fight back? Nigga, I just said I don't want to fight. You should have never even been recording. You should have been stopping the shit from the first place. That's
Right.
my take.
Right. As guys, like they shouldn't even wanted to sit around and watch that stuff. You know what I mean? Like it was just once you saw she wasn't fighting back, it was senseless. It was senseless to begin with. But I mean, to fight somebody that's not even hitting back, I don't. How does that make? I just don't even see what you get out of that.
And we record, and you know what I'm saying? It's like we really trying to. What am I gonna do with this? Am I gonna watch it later just for myself, my own personal? Oh, I'm bored today. Let me just sit back and watch. Or am I gonna post it so everybody can see who won? Like if we really friend out, we ain't. If I don't fuck with you, yeah, I might pull up the camera. Nigga, beat that nigga. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me post this. Let me figure out how my nigga talk. Like these are my homies. We all supposed to be friends. We all came here together. Why am I recording this? I might record y'all twerking. You know what I'm saying? Having a good time and shit. But
It
fight.
happened within 24 hours of them being there.
So I don't think it might not have been a plot. She was a model or something, right?
She had a business. She had four businesses. I was just told by Kevin that had just landed a big modeling deal or something.
So she might have fucked around and brung all their asses out there, but
I do know
uh,
that it was said that she paid for the Airbnb.
right. So she might have fucked around and put all of them on. Somebody was just hating. Because I do remember the one video where she was walking around the room and she was like, put your, let's, I don't know about, let's go be some hoes and put your hoe suits on or something, talking about the bathing suit. And the one girl was like, they too, I'm gonna just be hot or they too much or something. I don't know, it just sounds like some hating shit. Like, it's almost like if my nigga buy me a pair of Jordans, I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna just go ahead and wear these Nikes I got. Like, nigga, and nigga bought them for you. Like, nigga, don't be designed. Like, you know what I'm saying? But some people got too much pride. Almost just sound like some hating shit if you ask me. And who knows? He could have been flexing. Motherfucker got bad. Either way, it shouldn't have ended
I
in
hate
death.
that. I hate that. Like, cause it's like you're not allowed to have nice things. You're not allowed to look good without people saying you're flexing. That's like, I don't feel like nobody should have to dumb themselves down for other people. And it still
I
doesn't
don't.
give a person a right to put their hands on you, let alone unlive you.
It don't give them no right, but people do gotta humble themselves. I said this on the show before, man. Flexing, being thankful is one thing. Flexing is a whole nother thing. Like I can go on my Facebook and yeah, I got a whole career now. I'm truck driving. I'm doing me. I'm legit. I ain't got to worry about looking over my shoulder. Y'all niggas still on the block fucking up. You know what I'm saying? I could do all that, or I could just go on there like, yeah, I got a job. Finally got a career. Got my head on my shoulders. I'm thankful. So it depends on how you are, showing off your how far you got in life. It just depends on how you showing it off. Like, so to walk around and talk about, yeah, I got a career, what you got is one thing. to walk around and be like, yeah, I'm so thankful for my career is a whole nother thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think people appreciate it more and look at it different on the way that you stated. And like I said, she could have just been like, yeah, man, we came to kick it. I want the Airbnb. Let's just have fun. And that would have been cool. Or she could have been like, y'all bitches don't even be here without me buying this Airbnb. And then motherfuckers would have felt some type of way. You see what I'm saying? So it just depends on how it was pushed, if she was flexing.
I mean,
Or it could
even
have
if
just
she
been,
was flexing, it's still not justified though. You don't put your
yeah, it
hands
don't
on
justify
nobody.
it at all.
Words is words. When it gets to the point of you putting your hands on somebody, you don't got no right to put your hands on them. Who are you? Who is you? You don't discipline nobody. Even if she was flexing, that does not give nobody the right to put their hands on nobody.
Yeah, because niggas could have just been like, fuck you in your Airbnb, I'm gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that would have been it. Like, you know, so you're right. It doesn't give no justification on to flexing or not. At the end of the day, the girl deserves some justice for her situation. She was taken out too early. She was taken away from her family. She was taken away from her business. She thought it was putting people on. You know, that didn't stop people's mouths
They
from being
said the
fed.
girl Dejanay, the one that was fighting her,
Mm-hmm.
they said she worked for her at one of her businesses, and
Right
that
now,
was the altercation where she had to let her go.
and she still brings her to the Airbnb.
I mean, maybe she felt like. Listen, you when you got business. Me personally, I would never hire any friends or family anyway, because you gotta be able to separate business from friendship. If I hire you
Mm-hmm.
though if I bring you on and you're my friend, I still have to treat you like everybody else. So if you're not applying by the rules or whatever the case may be, and I done gave you the verbal, the written, and now it's your ass gotta go, you gotta go. I mean, you gonna hold them hard feelings? I'm not, because that was business. Now we can still be friends. But if you holding that in, then that's on you.
That's a fact. That's a major fact right there, because can't miss business with family or friends. You can't mix that shit. Because a motherfucker gonna feel like they can show up late. Motherfucker gonna feel like they should get paid more than they should.
Yeah.
Like, all that.
They can have do
So,
their job, and then if you say something,
mm-hmm,
now you oh, you think you the shit because this that all that
mm-hmm.
ignorant ass shit. That's why, even if, like I said, even if she was flexing, it did not give her the right to put her hands on her.
No, it don't at all. I mean, whatever the situation was, um, unless it was just some just out the way disrespectful shit, like it's certain things in this world and I ain't justifying no other side because, like I said, the story was already pushed out as a lie. But it's just certain things in this world that you don't say or do to a person. Um, some people talk boss until it's time to actually get them hands, and then they want to bitch up. My thing is, once the person said they didn't want to fight, that should have been it. So you just all talk about. Once you prove my point, I'm not even about to. Cause I'm already the type like, man, if I'm fighting somebody and I see blood, I'm done anyways. Unless you just keep coming at me. So if I rock you and you get the leaking everywhere, I'm done. I'm not fighting you no more. I'm done. Keep
Well,
your
in the
blood, you
beginning
gone.
of the fight, it didn't even look like she was doing a lot of talking. Like, even before she hit her, when they was standing there, whatever was being said, it didn't even look like she had a lot, that she was even saying a lot. She didn't look hyped up. I mean,
Right, it just looked like some like a bully moment.
yeah.
Rest in peace to Shaniqua, man. Justice for Shaniqua. Shaquilla,
Yes.
excuse me, Shanquella.
Hmm. And so the other story
Um,
was about Cornisha Butler. She was unlivened by her ex girlfriend, very toxic. Before she took her out, she came to her house and set both of her vehicles on fire. There was a restraining order in place for that. And then there was text messages where she basically was telling her, like, You think it's a game. You're not gonna be you're not gonna think it's a game when basically once your life is ended. Like she sent her these text messages telling her these things. She tried to run her off the road.
So see that I go with that. I'll go you never know what type of person you get with when you get with them. Once y'all get together, then motherfuckers start showing their true colors. Um, but I just say once I gotta put a restraining order on you, that gives me paperwork. Right? Now, I ain't never put a restraining order on nobody, but I've had them putting on me by two different niggas, which is crazy. But they gave them all fire, right? So this is a real quick story. I got into it with this dude. Um, he basically went down to the court, got a restraining order on him. Police came, brought me the restraining order. I'm tripping because he was supposed to be so gangster. Uh, ended up having to go to court a week later. Go to the court. I gotta stay away from this man. I can't be around this man. Mind you, we live in the same apartment complex. Um, so every time I go downstairs, cause I stayed at the top, he stayed at the bottom. So every time I go downstairs, this man got his camera out. He got his phone out. He basically recorded me, but behind his phone, he got his gun, and he like teasing me, like, you know what I'm saying? Or if he ain't got his gun, he flicking me off, but he got his camera in front of me, his fingers behind his phone, so you can't see him flicking me off on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see him pointing his gun at me. But if I say anything, I violate the restraining order. You see what I'm saying? So
So
you
what if
got
you would have
paperwork.
pulled your phone out though and recorded what he was doing, like with
I'm
the
violating.
pow and the middle finger?
I'm violating it. I'm violating because I cannot bother this man. So I'm violating.
But if you was to record what he was doing, that's showing that he was provoking you.
I mean, and you know, I didn't try that. Um, what I actually tried to do, which is, I mean, the story is long, and I could go through the whole story, but basically, what I tried to do was the person I was with at the time. I tried to tell him like, look, I tried to tell her like, look, um, I'm gonna just go down here and tell them that he threatened my life. He just said he was gonna shoot me in my head. Because what happened was he put the shit in the room, and so then when I went to court, they told me I couldn't have this, that, and the other with him. So while I was at court, I was like, well, I want to put a restraining order on him, this, that, and the other. He was saying this, he was saying that, and it was like, well, you gotta have dates, times, all this other shit that they said I had to have. So when I told the person like, well, okay, I'm gonna just go down there and tell him he just threatened to shoot me in my head. The person was like, oh, she like, oh, I ain't trying to get into that, this, that, and the other. It kind of fucked up our relationship for a long time. I still don't like this person because of this, but basically I just ended up moving and leaving the whole shit alone anyway. Uh, but that might have worked. They just told me not to bother this man, not to say nothing to him. I can't speak to him. I can't make him feel no type of way. None of that shit. It's like every time I walk downstairs to go take out my trash or go to my car, I had no choice but to walk past this man's house. So I'm talking about I'm literally like walking past him while he got his gun aimed at me, or while he flicking me off, or while he, like just and he know he got paperwork. As soon as I try him, he can shoot me. And so to go back to this story, um, once she had got paperwork on him and she gonna try to run off the road and she sent all type of text messages, she got paperwork. If anything, the RIP should be the other way around. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The RIP should be the other way around because you have the paperwork, and this is another lesson for people who are out here. Once you get this type of paperwork, and that don't mean you necessarily gotta shoot them. Shit, you can stab them the fuck up, beat them with a bat, whatever it is that you're doing to defend yourself. Once you put paperwork on a person, you have the advantage now. Because when you go to court about this shit, you're gonna be able to show, look, this person was doing this. I didn't want them around me because I already had fear for my life. This person came around me, and now they did, and you win because you got the paperwork. Now, without the paperwork, it's hearsay.
Yeah.
So with Cornicia getting paperwork, she really should have just defended herself.
Well,
Maybe she
she
was
had
scared.
just
Everybody.
moved into a new house, her and her kids, and bought another because she had a Jeep and she had a BMW. She set both of them on fire. She had just bought another BMW, and she didn't. She was done with her.
Yeah, she should have just went on ahead and fight that girl. Honestly, that's my take on it. Because now this person got to sit in jail and still get to live, whereas she should have just bodied her. Now this person or her kids don't have no mother. Yeah, she should have just went on ahead and took her out. That's my take on it. But the
Sometimes,
rest of
though,
it,
sometimes that like you know what I'm saying. They'll still find a reason why. You know, she might still end up having did time, or you know what I'm saying. Like the system is it's tricky. The law is tricky.
but they can't. They can't unless they would have had to like. Unless they would have had some way to where they'd have been like, okay, you got the restraining order, then you went to her house. You see what I'm saying? Or you got the restraining order, then you went to the place you was at and did what you did. But if you got a restraining order and then this girl still come around doing bother you, you really defending yourself. At the end of the day, there's no way they'll be able to beat that. I mean, there's no way they'll be able to get around that. You know what I'm saying? They just have to go ahead and take her word for it because she already got the paperwork. But so if I get a restraining order on you and then we meet up at Family Dollar, well, Family Dollar got cameras, so I'm not leaving the scene. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously we was in the Family Dollar. They see what happened. This is my story. But if your auntie had a party and it's your blood auntie, and I decide to come, you know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be away from you, so why would I go to your family knowing that you could be there? So I probably would lose that. You know what I'm saying? But if you come to me, yeah, you're dead. And I got paperwork, yeah, you're dead. Ain't no beating. You're dead. And anywhere, take that shit.
But I don't get it. Like people act like because they're in a relationship with somebody, they belong to them. Like people have the right to want to leave.
Yeah. Some
Just
people be getting
because
in
you're
too
still
deep.
there doesn't mean they have to be.
Yeah, some people be getting in too deep. Some people feel like they lost fucking with you. That still don't make you an obligation to them. And that's what people do. They get real weird. And they start acting like they own you.
That's
Like you ain't nothing but what it really just be is. They ain't gonna find nothing else like you.
or they just can't take rejection.
I mean that too, but it, I mean, if I'm being rejected by somebody, I should be able to find somebody else. Like you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Compared to just feeling like this the only thing that I can have. This the only thing that I'm gonna get. Obviously, it was something there that made a person feel like, nah, bitch, you can't go. Nah, you can't go to nobody else 'cause you make, you know what I'm saying, your cornbread too good. I don't want nobody else eating that cornbread. That's my cornbread. I don't know. Just some more weird shit, man. Just motherfuckers be in love because they don't think they gonna get it nowhere else. But that's some crazy love right there. I don't know. I ain't never been in love with nobody enough to kill for them. Shit, I
I'm
don't
not
even fight for
gonna
no female.
go to jail for nobody. I don't give a damn. I will get over.
Uh, only way I'm fighting about a female 9 times out of 10 is some females because I hit a female. They trying to jump my girl. I'm with my girl. 6 females run up trying to jump her. I'm swinging. I don't give a fuck. If nobody say how nobody feel. I don't hit no women. But y'all ain't about to jump my girl. It's over with. I'm driving home. But I'm not fighting no nigga about no female unless it's a fact that she been turning you down. She keep turning you down, and you just keep disrespecting her. But if she's
Right.
showing you some type of attention, I'm not about to fight this nigga because I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? She's showing him some attention. or whatever the case may be. I'm not about to fight. Only way, and that's why I ain't gonna get married, because the only way I would see myself fighting a nigga over a female is if it's my nigga. Like, if it's my homie, me and my homie been cool, and I come home and this nigga fucking my girl, nigga, like, I'm gonna be mad at both of them. I'm probably gonna fight this nigga. Like, nigga, you gonna disrespect me like that. But as far as just any nigga off the street, he doing anything any other man would do. You know what I'm saying? Why would I get mad at him? So, I don't see
Well, I
myself
mean,
fighting him.
to even go to do doing all of that. I mean, and the fact that she could text her and make these threats, it clearly shows you she don't care. Like,
It only shows that she do care.
you said what?
You said if she texting her making threats, she don't care?
Like, basically, she don't care. Like, that she's doing it like that. I mean, if you're texting somebody, that's proof that you're doing it. So obviously you don't care if she's gonna report it to the police or if anybody
Um,
else sees it. You know what I mean?
right.
So
I mean,
that
it's too
tells
much
me that she
paperwork.
might be a little that she was unstable.
That's what I'm saying. It's too much paperwork. If I got text on tape that you threatening me, I got a restraining order. Nigga, if I see you in my front yard, you're dead. I'm not. Man, you're dead. Ain't no. It's over. I got text. I got proof. You're dead. The RP should be the other way around, unless she just wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? That the RP should be the other way around. Everybody don't gotta be tough. You don't have to be tough to kill somebody or really hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? But when you defending yourself, ain't got nothing to do with being tough. And if I got text on you fucking crazy, I'm going to use that in my defense. This ain't no hood shit. This ain't no gang shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is my defense. You threaten to hurt me, you threaten to harm me, you know, I burnt up my shit, you done already harmed me mentally, physically. I got paperwork on you, I got text. You come in my front yard, you're dead. You run me off the road, you're dead. You're dead. So rest in peace, Corniesha. It should be the other way around. For real.
Okay, so what is your thoughts? Did you see the video of the father slapping his son on live because he was online flexing with the pow pow?
Mhm.
So
I seen that a minute ago. Um, I actually want to hear your thoughts on that because I ain't gonna lie. I seen your post and I seen you and all your followers' comments, and I'm on your live. But I want you to go ahead and
you can
give
be
me
on
your
my ass. I mean, my point is still my point. I mean, the punishment
facts.
is the crime. You're online flexing with the pow pow, so now I'm checking you online. Something that needed to be done because if he hadn't, then guess what? Y'all feel like that's embarrassing to him, but what? Okay, and if he go out here and kill somebody, son, daughter, whoever, that's embarrassing too because that's your child, and he shouldn't even have it. You want to play
Mhm.
the tough role, but you're not tough, obviously. So that's
No,
me.
it ain't obvious. It ain't obvious, man. I wouldn't say it's obviously that he's not tough. I would say obviously that he got some type of respect for his dad, um, some type of respect for his father. I wouldn't say that that don't make him tough. And maybe it's just peer pressure on him. That's why he was doing that. Whatever type of friends he had, what he was doing. That's sure not right. Online flexing guns, repping gangs. None of that shit is right. The problem that I have with it is not just the embarrassment, but the backlash. Um, when I see these people, mothers whooping their daughters, fathers beating on their kids and shit like that, I am a firm believer in whoop your child ass. Like, don't get it twisted. Doing that shit online, I don't respect it. Yeah, he might have been online acting a certain way, but see what the father did wrong, and what we as the people got to understand is what the father should have did was find some of these boys' fathers, find some of these young boys, or find some of these boys' family members. Somebody who can get in touch with the boys that's friends with his son and actually had a conversation, sit down and talk. Because what happens is, first off, you're slapping your son in his face on camera, telling him he ain't gonna do shit, telling him he ain't tough. Then you telling his friends they ain't gonna do shit, and if they want to do something, pull up. These young niggas is crazy. There's a certain way you gotta come at these kids and reach these kids, and that is not the way. So what could have possibly ended up happening, I'm hoping it didn't happen because that is an old video. It's probably about 2, 3 years old. Um, so what I'm hoping didn't happen, or what could have possibly happened, is them young niggas could have pulled up and they could have took his dad's life for trying to be tough on his own son on camera for his social media to make a point. Um, these young niggas ain't got no guidance, so they ain't got no mind, so they definitely willing to get down with whatever anybody's talking about. And that boy could have lost his dad because his dad was trying to be tough on him. Not only could the boy have been lost his dad, he could have probably lost his own life because now you got to walk around your homies who possibly is on that bullshit, and they gonna be on your ass laughing and giggling. Now you got to be tough towards them, and they might pop his ass because he's trying to hold his own because his dad is embarrassed. Or they might pull up on you and your dad. Now y'all gotta hold y'all on. I don't agree with that video. I agree with
That
the
slap was
point.
nothing compared to what it could have been if he would have went out and shot somebody, ended up in prison, or ended up dead himself.
That's true. I'm not saying that that's not true. When them girls be on there talking to them grown ass men, they 14, 15, and their mom get them on camera and they whoop their ass, that's bullshit.
I
Whoop
think the
their
crime
ass.
is the punishment. I mean, don't do it. What did you want here talking to a grown man for?
That's cool. I mean, listen, all of that is cool. But when you get on camera and you talk to your kids, you should be talking to your kids the way that everybody else should be talking to their kids. Getting on camera, thinking that whooping or beating the kid gonna change it because they was on camera ain't gonna do nothing but make them have to step out into the world of embarrassment. And now they gotta respond to all that. And that shit ain't cool when you gotta walk through school all day. Oh, you the girl got your eyes what's on camera. That shit ain't changed now for these kids at school.
That's
That
not
shit
no
ain't
different
changed now.
from when we was coming up and you get in trouble in school. Your mama come up there and whoop your ass in front of everybody. That's not no different. I mean, I feel like them times need to come back. It's how many kids been killed motherfuckers?
But
Wasn't it
that's the
just
thing
last
though.
year where the cousin just killed the cousin online, on live, accidentally, then
Playing with
accidentally
guns.
killed himself because they was in an Airbnb having a party unsupervised because they
But
need
look at
discipline
what
like that.
you just said though. They need discipline. That doesn't mean they're getting it. I can sit here all goddamn day and monitor what my kids watch on TV and monitor what they do on their phone. That don't mean when they get to school, there ain't gonna be some little ass girl or boy with porn on their phone. Some little ass boy or girl with some motherfucking crazy ass music playing. So I can monitor it all day and tell my kids what they shouldn't be doing. But if I'm the only person that's coming to school whooping my child's ass, then everybody's gonna laugh. When we was going to school, everybody's mom was coming up there whooping their child's ass. That's the difference. So it wasn't just, oh, Boom got his ass whooped by his mom. Shit, Craig got his ass whooped by his dad last week. Oh, Londa got her ass whooped by her mom the other day. Everybody was getting their ass whooped by their mom when we was in school. That's not happening. Only one person. So that one person is being laughed at.
That same
There's a
child would
difference.
go out and kill somebody, and everybody would be blaming the parent. Where was his
Hell
parents? He
yeah.
didn't have no home training. Why is
That's
he
that's
walking
that's
around
true.
with pow pow anyway?
But the thing is though, if I'm sitting here talking to my son and I'm not if I okay, so off camera, nigga, is you stupid? You know what the fucking happened to you? Beat this nigga's ass, whatever. Once we get on camera, now I'm sitting here having a conversation with you. Bro, I want everybody to see how me and my son about to sit here and talk about why he doing this stupid shit. You going out here acting like you in a gang, that's stupid, you ain't gotta be. You went around here with guns, that's stupid, you ain't gotta be doing all that. You got your little friends, you ain't got shit else to do. Come holler at me. We'll figure out something. We'll figure out some football. We'll figure out something. We'll do something as a group. We'll do something. I'm not about to be slapping you on camera, calling out your little friends, acting like y'all. Like, what the fuck is that gonna prove? Nothing. All it's gonna prove is that these little niggas don't want to come see me now. I go out here talking about your friends, it's bitches and things, real and all this. You think they ain't gonna prove that I'm wrong? You think they ain't gonna pull up on me and I'm doing it on the internet? So not only am I slapping you, but everybody know who you be around, so everybody know who I'm talking about. So I'm gonna slap you up, told you ain't shit, told your friends to come see me if they got a problem. Now I'm on the internet acting tough. Now I gotta
You didn't
prove to
tell
some
him
little
he wasn't.
14, 15.
He didn't tell him he wasn't shit.
He told his son he ain't with that shit, he ain't tough like that, slapped him up, told him to do something, and told his friends to do something.
But that doesn't mean that
That's
he's saying he ain't shit. He's telling him he's not about that life. He raised him so he know. Who are we to argue?
so then so then what is that to tell you? What is that to tell them kids to come see them if they got a problem?
Some day parents need to be saying to them.
They ain't gonna say it. Obviously they ain't saying it. And obviously, nigga, they don't give a fuck about what he talking about. You just another dude that is in his life. But my dad ain't in my life, so nigga, you talking to me?
But he's lucky to
I mean
have
my
that
dad ain't
dad in his life to even discipline him, to steer him in the
he
right
is.
direction, to keep him from going down the wrong road.
He is. He is lucky. You see what I'm saying? The friends that he may have and be around may not be as lucky as him.
Right, but that's what I'm
So
saying. They need more daddies need to be in their kids' lives. Is the whole point.
yeah, a lot better people. Everybody needs shit. That don't mean they get it. I need a lot too. Shit, I don't get it. But what I'm saying is, you talking to a boy who actually is running around with a whole bunch of unchained kids, and he want to be a part of that. So now I'm gonna check my son and let him know that you can be chained because you here, you live with me, you straight, you don't have to live like that. The rest of them niggas that I'm about to talk to ain't chained. So how am I taming them by slapping my son up? How is that? What is that gonna do to them?
I don't think
What
he
is that
was
gonna
trying
prove
to
to
train
them?
them. I think he was basically telling them if they had a problem with it, or if they thought they was tough, they could come see him. I don't really think he
Okay.
to train them, but he was letting them know you not finna fuck this one's life up is what he was saying. I get
Yeah,
exactly where he was going with it. He's letting them know before I let you fuck mine's over, you gonna see me. That's what he was saying.
that's true. But if the little homie feel any type of way after that, then it's gonna be an issue. I gotta go to
You
school.
worried about him looking embarrassed to his friends when he got just what he should have got because he shouldn't have had it in the first place. He's trying to stop the boy from fucking his life up or fucking somebody else's life up.
Y'all worried about what all these other kids need, and that it's good that one
I'm
got
not
it.
worried.
Instead of
Listen, in that situation, if that's me, I'm worried about mine. I ain't
so
gonna say
then
I'm
why
worried
you
about
why
the
you putting it
but
on the
I'm worried
internet
about
then?
mine. But what you're not finna do is you're not finna come lead mines down the wrong road. And I'm gonna fuck him
So
up if he thinks he's finna follow you down the wrong road. That's the whole
so but
point.
why are you putting it but why are you putting it on the internet if you worried about yours?
Because
If
that's
you
where
worried
he
about
was
yours, then you
placed
worried
in.
about
Don't be
but you put it
embarrassed
on the
now.
internet for everyone.
You was tough. You felt you hard. You was on online flexing with it. Now you embarrassed because I slapped you, but you
But
was
you
tough
doing it for
on
your
your own,
personal
right?
when you put it on the internet, you're doing it for your personal gain. You're not doing this. You're doing this to make a point that you are a good parent. You a caring parent. They ain't don't who the fuck gives a fuck about you being a caring parent. That's what I'm saying.
What?
Who cares about you being a caring parent? Is what I'm saying.
I don't think
Nobody.
that's what it was about with him. He was proving a point to him, letting him know, like, You want to jump online with a pow pow.
Mhm. Mhm.
This is what I'm gonna do to you online. Now you look stupid, don't you? Yeah, and he did. He looked very stupid.
So you want to embarrass your child for what?
I ain't worried
And
about
when
him
I
being embarrassed. I'm worried about saving his
look,
life. I'm not worried about how he
so
gonna look
that
to his
but that's
friends.
not the
I'm
way
not
that you
worried about
save
that.
your child. That's the, in
How
my
he gonna
opinion.
look to his friends when he in jail
In my
or dead?
opinion, that's
That
not the
is
way
the
that
point.
you
That is the point.
that's not the way that you save your child's life is by
Okay, well maybe he
embarrassing them.
should have just said, "Don't go online with the pow pow no more." I know you're trying to hang out with your
No,
friends,
look,
but let's just don't do it online then.
look. So remember, I did a podcast with my daughter. I could have been on a whole bunch of bullshit that I know about my daughter. I could have been like, you do this, you do that, you need to fix this, you need to fix that. But that wasn't the point. The point wasn't to put my daughter on blast about what she do wrong, but to put how we should attempt to talk to our kids. Everybody don't have to talk to my child, their child the way that I talk to my child. But there should be a way that we talk to our kids and get an understanding from them of why they doing what they do, or what's making them want to do what they do. What do they like about life? What do they like about their life? What is wrong with their life? Like figuring that out. Off camera, yeah, I might check you, I might slap you around or whatever I got to do to get your attention. But I'm not doing that so
I
everybody
don't
else can
think
see
that
it.
if he would have went to the store and stole bubblegum, he would have went live and whooped his ass.
And I don't think that he should have went live because his son had a fucking gun. I think that's something that you need to sit down and talk to your child about. Why do you have a gun? Why are you doing this? Before we go live, so
Maybe
I can
he
show
should have just
you.
took him and the gun to the police station. I think that would have been a better punishment.
Nah, that ain't, man, we not nigga. What the fuck is we cool? The fuck? Oh, I'm about to take you to the slave
Well,
master.
I
Look,
mean, it doesn't make sense. You feel like he should. I mean, come on, like the crime to me feels
I
like
just
he
told
should
you what I felt like he should have done. What I felt like he
talk
should
to
have done
him.
was fuck
Talk
this.
to him.
What I
Come
just
on now,
told you, if you're
talk to
listening
him.
to me, I just told you he should have fucked his son up off camera for a fucking up.
And he
Cause
shouldn't have
nigga,
been
when I,
on camera with a pow pow.
it don't matter what he
It
shouldn't have
does.
been. Of
It
course he
does.
shouldn't have
It
been.
does.
Look, see, that's what y'all. That's the problem with the, see y'all too traditional. Times is changing.
Traditional need to come back. That's like you just said. These other
But
kids out here don't give a fuck
traditional
just
ain't.
because they
But
parents not traditional. That's why these kids out here doing the shit
traditional,
they doing. Can't say
but
shit no more.
traditional ain't going online. Traditional ain't going online smacking your child up in front of everybody.
It's no
Traditionally
different
is
than snatching your ass out of a school line and whooping your ass in front of the damn class because I got a call to come up to the school. It's no different, whether
yeah,
it's
but that's
online,
for
it's
the
still in
school to
front of
see.
everybody.
Everybody,
It's still embarrassing. Period.
but the school knew about that. Not everybody in the fucking America. Not everybody with
All
a
the
goddamn
kids in the
social
school
media.
know about it.
This nigga gonna be the nigga that become a movie star, and motherfucker still gonna bring up that day his dad was slapping. My thing is, he should have put his hands on the son like he should have. He should have talked to his son the way he should have talked to him. He should have did all that off camera. On camera, he should have sat down and had a conversation with his son and been like, look, la la la, your friends got an issue, tell them to come talk to me. We can all figure something out. This shit ain't right. This is why we going to jail. This is why we locked up. This is why fathers is not home. This is why, you know what I'm saying? He should have gave a different approach to it than embarrassing his child on camera. That's all I'm saying.
Well, my
Because
question
that
is,
shit
do
is
you think he'll
embarrassing.
go back online with another pow pow?
Hell, listen, honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm about to embarrass my son right now. Don't nobody really know who my son is, so I can go ahead and embarrass him. My son is 15 years old. For somehow, I don't know what he did, but he just came across a lot of money, right? A lot. And what we have to understand as parents is we can push our kids away, or we can let them hang themselves and give them ultimatums on what they can do with their life, right? So it could have been easily for me to fuck my son up on camera for the stupid shit he did and embarrass him. But what's that's gonna do? He's gonna just run and get the money. and then take off. And it ain't gonna fix it. He gonna resent me. Or I can give him an ultimatum on what can happen to him and what can come out and go from there. See, the problem is what if after he slapped this? Because like I said, there is no, the video's like 3 years old. There's no updates on what's been going on since. What I can say is, what's stopping him from saying, fuck my dad, fuck you niggas, and going around with the gang anyway? Now when he online and he dead or in jail somewhere, yeah, he should have listened to his dad. Yeah, he was being stupid. He done fucked his life up because he had a good opportunity and he fucked it up because he didn't want to listen. But at the same time, though, it makes him resent his dad to where he say fuck his dad, go chill with the gang, and he's still on live with the gun. He's still out here. And now it's fuck his dad. You see what I'm saying? So you have to come at your kids some type of way to get through to them without running them the fuck off. Because they got to understand that your love is different from everybody else's love.
Sometimes
And so I would have beat my son ass.
though.
I just wouldn't have put it on camera. Because I could easily take my son right now. Like, nigga, you stupid motherfucker. Put it on camera. You
Did
dumb
you
as
make
fuck.
him
Why would you
return
do
the
that?
money?
Yeah, I mean, I told him to just stop using it. The way he did it, you know what I'm saying? I just told him, like, nigga, you won't get yourself caught up. It's too much trails leading back to you. You know what I'm saying? So why would you do that? Because what's going to end up happening is, first off, I'm going to just let you know right now, we ain't having this conversation. I don't know nothing about this. First off, that's what I let him know. I don't know nothing about this. So when the shit come back, I'm going to act just as dumbfounded as you going to feel. I'm going to try to have your back, but I'm going to act dumbfounded just as you going to feel. But what I want you to understand is you're leaving too many fucking trails. The shit you done did, it's all going to come back on you. When you try and spend this money, it's going to come back to you. So therefore, nigga, you're going to fuck up your life trying to get a quick fix. So stop doing this shit. Stop using this shit. And go about your motherfucking business and be thankful for what you got and stop trying to have more that you don't even need. You're just getting what you want and doing what you want. You won't fuck up your life. But what I could have did was, could have beat his ass, went online and been like, nigga, this is what y'all stupid motherfuckers out here doing this dumbass shit. And this is what's going to happen when my dumb son be out here doing this stupid ass shit. And then what he going to do? He going to figure out a way to get some more money? Then he going to bounce.
I don't think
I don't
that
need.
if it was a situation like that, he would have went online. I think the only reason why he went online is because, like I said, he was online flexing with a pow pow. I don't think he
Yeah.
went on a normal day for another punishment, went live and looked him.
You see what Craig said. You see what Craig baby said. You win some, you lose some. But you live to fight another day. He had a conversation with him. He talked to his child. You don't fucking abuse your child and make it think that that's just gonna be all right,
He was
and then
talking to
embarrass
a
him while
grown
you
ass
abuse him.
man.
Yeah, he was talking to a grown ass man. Man, Craig is like 18, 20 or some shit like that. Man, he's
Grown.
still barely a child. That's not grown.
That is grown.
Man, that's when you're going by American law. It's not grown. Niggas don't even know what the fucking niggas don't even know what the goddamn lease is at 20 years old. Unless they really been taught it when they was 14 or 15. See, a lot of times we sit here and act like our child is supposed to know shit that we ain't even fucking taught them. Like we knew the shit when we was 20. I know I didn't know a lot of shit when I was fucking
So you didn't know
15,
that
16.
you shouldn't have a pow pow? You didn't know that?
Hell the fuck no, nigga.
How
When I
do
was,
you not know that? What
cause
would make you
nigga,
think that you should have one?
see you giving me. This is not judging because I don't know, but you giving me suburb vibes.
Common sense is what the vibe I should be giving you. How do you not know
That's
you're not
cool.
supposed to have a pow pow?
Man, listen, when I was coming up, nigga, I knew I needed one. Had nothing to do with me not knowing that. I knew by law I wasn't supposed to have one, but I knew I needed one. Um, Even now, I need one. Legally in my state, I'm good. Well, outside of my state, I'm not good because by law, I ain't supposed to have one. And that's about as far as I'm gonna go with that, because I know you got a following, and I don't really want too many people to know all my business. So that's as far as I'm gonna go with that. Outside of my state, I don't have no carry and concealed weapons license. Inside of my state, I'm good. So therefore, anywhere that you go dealing with crazy motherfuckers, 9 times out of 10 you gonna need you a strap. And especially if you in the hood, I don't give a fuck if your mom and dad a doctor and a goddamn lawyer. Y'all stay in the middle of the goddamn hood. You gotta walk to school every goddamn day. You just might need you a strap. So it
That's
wasn't
crazy.
about
I
not
was
knowing.
raised in the hood. I ain't need no strap.
Wanda, when you listen, I'm
With
35
Crips,
years old.
Bloods, and Vice Lords, and GDs, and all that.
Well, I don't know what type of hood you lived in,
The
cause
hood.
niggas, niggas was dying every day in my hood, and that's after I got older. What's crazy is when I was 15, 16 years old, we needed straps because of what we did and what we had, and so we knew niggas would try and come get us. As far as just going to a little teen club and shit, I was in the club at I say 16 too, because my brother, who was 21 at the time, was a bouncer. So we got in that bitch. We got into the strip club. I didn't go to every club in the city, but the strip club that my brother worked at, I was good in there. And definitely needed straps when we went there. But we still was fighting. Niggas didn't get shot after we was at the club. It was
But
fighting.
that's the life. That's
Now,
the road that you was on, though. Every kid
well,
in the hood, just because they in the hood, that's not their.
but
That's
see,
not
we done grew out of that. See, I'm 35. You what, 45, 48 something? And we came up different than what these younger kids are coming up with now. These younger kids now, everybody they taking them to school. Nigga, matter of fact, to be real with you, I just watched a recent video where dude was playing basketball. I guess somebody fouled him hard,
a
and this is like
girl,
in a life. It was a girl that fouled him.
and he powered and he unlivened her. Yeah,
Well, no, I didn't even see that one. See, I'm talking about they didn't show they didn't even show the whole thing. It was just like it was in like some type of YMCA community center, and I guess somebody fouled him, and this dude went to his bag and grabbed his gun and walked back on court. We just talking about some basketball shit. Normally, you'll get punched in the face, might be a little fight or something. Now you can't even play basketball without somebody pulling up a strap. And you telling me what reason would I need a strap for? That's good enough reason right now for me that I can't even go play basketball without a nigga wanting to shoot. Nigga, I can't even wear the newest Jordan without a nigga wanting to take them. And they might take my life taking them. And you talking about what reason would I need a strap for? That's
I
crazy.
still disagree. But this comment right here, this right, I like this because the last time we had this topic about kids and the pow pows, and I tried to speak on parents, but I was hushed and said let's not lay blame. But like she's saying, parents need to take part in the blame too. Stop leaving the pow pows laying around. Stop carrying it around these kids, and where are they getting? That's exactly what I was saying. But then I was told that's not my business, and hush hush, let's not lay blame.
See, I can't agree with that.
I do.
Only reason why
I do.
Only reason why, I mean, you can if you want to, but see, the problem is again, y'all trying to sit here and blame the parents like
A lot of the
it ain't
parents
been.
are the blame.
The parents are not
They
to
are.
blame.
A
The
lot of the
parents are the.
parents are the blame. If I had a pow pow in this house right now, it's going to be in a lockbox. 9 chances out of 10, the damn kids ain't even going to know about it. It's not their business, number one. Number two, why would I leave it where kids is nosy as hell? I know for a fact. I knew my mom had a gun not because she showed it, but because I was fucking nosy and was in her room rambling, and that's how the hell I seen it. So if you're a parent and you have a pow pow in your house and you don't have it locked up, you're irresponsible. If your kid gets a hold to it, shoots theirself, they sibling or
Listen,
somebody else, it's the parent's
that's
fault.
that. That. But see, we mixing situations, man. We mixing situations. So if I'm a proud owner of guns, firearms, and I know not to leave my guns outside of the lockbox. You gotta fucking down there break my box open to get in my boxes for my firearms. So yes, if my son shot himself or one of my kids shot themselves with my gun, yes, that's my own stupidity. You can definitely blame me. As far as being in the hood, nigga, I knew niggas that was 30, 35 when I was 15 who was giving me guns. What are you talking about? This wasn't my dad. This wasn't my mama. It wasn't something they was leaving around the fucking house. This was niggas that I knew from the streets who would be like, oh, you want a gun? Give me 400. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Parents.
Because
That got shit to
regardless,
do with the
still
parents.
some parents who are the blame. So what do you mean? What are we?
But
What are we
that's
talking
when the
about?
parents are
There
doing
are
dumb
still
shit.
some irresponsible parents in those
Okay, but
situations.
that I didn't say that. Okay, so when you go down to the kids who killed it, when the cousin killed the cousin by accident and then killed themselves, we can blame the parents on that. Okay, I give you that, 100%. We can blame the parents. We can blame whatever adult was around who left the gun laying around, who was careless as fucking sitting around with the gun. We can at that time because they should have been being watched, especially if it was somebody in that house gun. Now, who is to say one of them didn't get the gun off the street and come there with it? See, we blame the parents like as if the parents is definitely this full out nigga. You left your gun sitting on the table. Your son got a hold of it and was playing with it. That don't always be the fucking case. It doesn't. I don't know
No,
if
it
y'all
doesn't.
still in
But
tune.
that doesn't excuse that some parents are irresponsible. Is the whole point.
Let's go. Okay, so then let's go into. Cause I know we've been here for a minute. I know you're probably about to get up out of here, but let's just go into some real shit. Real shit. It's already a fact and been known that the FBI is doing this in certain cities, but for a fact they're doing it in Chicago. They are going to Chicago, leaving guns in the alley, boxes of them, just leaving them in the alley. They ride through, leave like 3 boxes of guns in one alley, go to another alley, leave like 3 boxes of guns. This is a fucking fact. Look it up if you don't believe me. This is a fucking fact. They are
Nobody's
leaving
not
guns.
doubting that there's not other
So then
ways
how do we blame?
to
So
run,
then how do
but
we blame the
the whole
parents?
point is a lot of parents do still need to be held accountable. What
Okay,
about
but that's
gang
still a
member
percentage.
parents? What about gang member parents that actually bring it around their children like it's cute?
Okay, but that's obviously that wasn't the father. The father that just slapped his son on camera.
But you
He
have to
wasn't one of them
understand
parents.
prevention.
Prevention.
That's what he was trying to do, prevent him from making a dumb mistake.
And that's not how you do it. Because,
Okay.
like I said, that's not how you
I mean,
do it,
y'all
man.
being
Because you can't,
soft, like, for real. Y'all worried about a damn
man.
slap? I mean, what is a bullet? If a bullet hit him,
We not,
how is
we
that
not,
not harder than a slap?
we not worried about the slap. We worried
You
about the
is, because that's
child.
why you keep talking. Well, you were more worried
I'm
about
worried
being
about
embarrassed.
the, I'm worried about the son and what his reaction is going to be. I'm worried about is he going to accept what his dad is talking about, or if he gonna resent. And most of the time, us as kids, we resent until we get old enough to understand. I resented my grandmother until I was fucking 20 on my own. I was mad as fuck at my grandma for making me wash my drawers and wash my socks in the sink. I could wash my shirts and
I'm
pants
done,
in the
boo. You
washer.
have a good night. I gotta go. That
I'm just
come on now.
saying.
You resent her for making you wash your own drawers and socks.
You know, you if you ain't
Well,
gonna
go
listen to me,
ahead, go
god
mess up.
damn man, if you ain't
I
gonna
want
listen
you
to
to
what a
have
nigga
a good
saying,
night and drive safe.
if
And
you're not
for
gonna listen
everybody
to
who
a nigga what a nigga
I
saying,
gotta go because I gotta do
Wanda,
something.
if you ain't gonna listen to what a nigga
No,
saying, then
no, I was done right
that's
there. Like
crazy.
dead ass.
How is you done if you ain't trying to hear what I'm saying though? Like that
For
don't make sense.
washing your underwears and socks,
But you need to
your black
listen to what
ass.
I'm saying. You need to listen though, not think about what you think. Just
Okay, humor
listen.
me. Humor me.
So when I come, my grandma is in Florida. She on the southern tip. She raised on the you know her mama was down there a slave. Her grandmother was a slave type shit. So when I come from the city and all I know is put my clothes in the fucking wash. This is all I know. This is all I know how to move. This washer dryer. That's it. So when I go to Florida and I'm living with my grandma, she got a brand new washer and dryer. And instead of her letting me put my socks in drawers in the fucking washer with my shirts and pants. She makes me stand in the sink and wash my socks and stand in the sink and wash my drawers. I'm like, what the fuck?
Did you have a
Why I
whole
gotta do
load?
this?
Did you have a whole load, or did you have a couple pieces?
It wasn't even a whole load. It wasn't even the point of how many clothes was going
Okay,
in the
so
washer. It was the
did
point.
you have something on
Listen,
the water
Rhonda,
bill?
please listen, man. Just
Did you
listen.
have something on the
Understand?
water bill?
First off, if you hear what I said I resented her until I was 20 because I didn't understand. So if I would have understood when I was younger, then I would have never resented her in the first place.
Oh,
So
okay.
once I got of age, I stopped resenting her because I understood. So you listen to me, and you will understand what I'm saying. So therefore, when I come from the city and I don't know nothing about washing no fucking clothes in no sink and washing drawers and socks in the sink, I'm like, why I can't just throw my clothes in the washer and throw them in the dryer and be good? Instead, she like, no, go in there and wash your clothes in the washer. I mean, go in there and wash the drawers and your socks in the sink. You can put your shirts and pants in the washer, but you don't put them in my dryer. You got to go out in the back and hang your clothes up. And I'm like, it's a dryer. It's brand new shit at that. And you want me to go outside and hang it? So I'm like, man, it's some bullshit. Like, I'm ready to go back home. I don't want to be here. I'm resenting my grandmother. I don't like that shit. I could just put it in. What the fuck is you want? But as I got older, now I realize I don't fucking need a washer and dryer. I can wash my shit by hand. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times, and my grandma didn't have to, and she didn't, but she could have, but she didn't have to, and I still respect her for it. But she could have easily just been like, look, the reason I want you to do this is because you may not have a washer and dryer. Because it's not always going to be here. And you still need to know how to wash your clothes. You still need to know there's other ways to dry your clothes. But instead, she just made me do it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying as far as this situation. A lot of times, if you talk to your children and give them the ultimatums, then they'll have a better understanding than just resentment because of the way that you came at them. We don't understand that as children, how you come at us when we're younger. Until we get older, like, oh, this is what you were talking about. Oh, this is what you mean. You see what I'm saying? Once we hang ourselves, then we finally understand. But that's because the way that you gave it to me made me feel like, fuck you too. You gonna be fucked up. You think I'm gonna be walking out here around all these niggas without no gun? Instead of saying, look, nigga, this is what can happen to you. So that's all I'm saying, man. We have to learn how to talk to our children, talk to the rest of these children, stop acting like these children just automatically know. And even if we do blame the parents, figure out a way to become a goddamn tribe. Figure out a way to become a fucking tribe. Because at this point, it's always just the parents, this, the parents, that. When they actually want these grown motherfuckers get into it with each other. Right in front of the kids. Everybody who sit here and act like they goddamn so good and so righteous and shit be the same motherfuckers who arguing with the motherfucker in the club. Grown as fuck. Same
My
motherfuckers who acting.
my friend get to arguing, I'm hitting the other way. If I see people in the club fighting, I'm hitting the other fucking way because I don't want to get nobody's bullet.
But they be grown though, don't they?
Yeah, they be. Who else gonna be in the
They
club?
don't be okay. Well, then you see what I'm saying. Then, so we talking about blaming the parents when we looking at the parents. We looking at them ourselves. So at the end of the day,
Didn't say all
somebody.
parents though.
So then at the end of the day, somebody got to figure out how to come at these kids if the parents ain't. It ain't just the parents. We all have to figure out how to come at these kids. And if that man see how his son is out here acting, and he see the type of friends that his son got to be around, you talk to his kid about being around those friends. And if you got to be around those friends and they ain't got no guidance, bring them through, bro. We'll try to get them some guidance together. We'll figure something out. Because that's
Did you
all they
say
fucking
we'll try
need.
to get them some guns together?
Guidance.
Oh,
Guidance. That's all they need is guidance. Most time, all motherfuckers need is somebody to look up to, man. They don't be, you hear all these new rappers, all these new young dudes. I ain't had nobody to look up to. My OGs did the same shit I'm trying to do. I watch my OGs fuck up. So I'm not trying to fuck up like them. How you gonna tell me to do something you ain't got shit over here? Whatever the case may be. So all these niggas need is some fucking guidance. But how you gonna tell somebody that's 15 years old what to do when they got 30 bands in their pocket and you only got $700 a week? If that. How you gonna tell somebody what to do? How you gonna tell somebody what to do when they got more money than you got right now? And they can do way more than you right now. How you gonna tell them what to do? You have to come at them a different way. Period. Because what's to stop that little nigga from shooting his dad for embarrassing him? What's really to stop it? He got a gun. Obviously, it wasn't from his parents because his parents ain't the one who's leaving the gun around any fucking way. So What's to stop you from getting another one and shooting his dad for embarrassment and fucking up his life and realizing 35 years later what he did all this time? Oh, I really fucked up. My dad was just really trying to help. What's to stop him from doing the dumb shit? So you gotta talk to him. You cannot make him resent you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
so the next time my granddaughter comes over here and asks me to wash her shirt, I won't tell her to wash it in the sink because I'm not gonna waste $1 for one shirt. I'll explain to her that that's the reason.
I mean, if you go, if you first off, I wouldn't make my child wash one pair of socks. I would make them wash all of them. I haven't did it to my children, which I probably need to start. But the fact is that before I went to my grandma, I didn't know how to grow no tomatoes. I didn't know how to garden. I didn't know how to wash my ass correctly. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these things are it wasn't just the socks and drawers. Like I can go through a list real quick. Like just my grandma would make me sit in the tub. Like I'm coming from the city, just hop in the shower, wash up real quick, get out. Ain't nobody never told me that my knees was dirty. Nobody's telling me that my elbows was too black. So I go down there, I'm sitting in the tub. I get out after 45 minutes, and she tells me I ain't been in there long enough, and I gotta get back in the tub. I'm getting mad about that. But guess what? Ain't no female ever told me I stink. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no female ever told me I stink since I've been with my grandma. Ain't no female ever had to cook for me. Ain't no female ever had to wash my clothes. Ain't no female ever. I can grow my own fucking food. I know how to milk cows. I know how to cook and clean chicken, real chicken, like killer chicken, cook it. I know how to do this shit. Like all because of my grandma. Everything that she was making me do that I did not like is everything that made me better today. It's just the way that she made me do it. And so I didn't understand what she was making me do because she didn't know how to teach me. Like I said, her grandma was a slave, so her mama definitely had to you gonna listen mentality, and that's how her mentality was. So that's what I got. It wasn't no I don't have to explain myself to you type of. That's how my grandma was. I don't gotta explain shit to you. You just gonna do what the fuck I said. That's how she was. And where I came from,
So
it
did you
was a
go
lot of
home?
explaining. Yeah, eventually. But when I went home, it was a lot more respect, and it was just in me after that. Before I left, before I went to my grandma, it was nigga got me fucked up, ha ha ha. When I came back, I still do it to this day. Nigga, I call everybody. I be done tell everybody, sir, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. All my respect like came straight from my grandma, and without her, I wouldn't have it. Without her being in my life, I would have never got that. Nothing. Nigga, I know how to grow oranges, figs, watermelon, roses, grapes, greens. Nigga, I know how to weed.
Where did
Nigga,
y'all
all
live?
that. In a place called Hastings, Florida. She had 1 acre of land, and she had a double wide trailer, and we had a whole bunch of land. Nigga, hanging the clothes out on the line, all that. Nigga, I learned all that from my grandma. Without her, I would have still been that. I wouldn't have had no respect. I wouldn't have known what respect was.
We had a washer and dryer, and we still hung the clothes out on the line. We still had to hang them on the line in the summertime.
Man, I ain't never, not until then,
And
and I
I
still
didn't
not
think
never
nothing
had.
wrong with it. Hell, we was hanging them up, running around, playing.
But
Better
see,
not
that
drop
just
no
wasn't.
clothes on the ground type shit. I mean, like some stuff that some people are like kind of traumatized by. It's kind of like a little. I don't know.
See, I got this. This got put in me at like 12 years old. I was like 12, 13 when this got installed in me. So my whole life was just nigga kicking,
I was
seeing
washing
everybody try.
dishes at 9 years old. I was
Man,
cleaning the
what?
house at 9 years. I mean,
Man, that's where I got the. That's nigga. That's where my grandma. Nigga, one dish dirty, wash all the dishes. Nigga, how washing dishes? I was washing dishes at 9. Nigga, I ain't give a fuck if they was clean or not. Nigga, and nobody said nothing to me about them either. I rinsed them hoes off and put them in the thing. I ain't even barely watched them bitches. I got to my grandma. Nigga, lying, stealing, all that. Nigga, I remember. I got put on prison for 6 months for lying. And then on my fifth month, when I was almost over, I stole a can of pop, nigga, another 6 months. Never stole it, told a lie again. Any lie I tell now, nigga, be detrimental. Like, If I tell the people I ain't never smoked before, you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. But nigga, I come to you, I'm giving you all truth. I don't give a fuck what the fuck the consequences is, because it's just in me to not lie. Like, I don't like lying. And just because of how she did me. I ain't about to check for nobody. Just because of how she did me. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good thing. It made me resent it, but it was a good thing. And then once I got older, I definitely had to call my grandma and apologize. I'm glad I talked to her because she dead now. But I definitely had to call her and apologize. Grandma, I'm so sorry for the way I was acting. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Like, I was just like, nigga, it was times I was in tears talking to my grandma. I still miss her to this day. Like, and I resented her for a long time because I felt like she forced me to do shit I didn't want to do. And then I realized today, especially with the times is now, man, like with all the bullshit that they put in our food, I'm so glad I know how to grow my own shit. Like, what? If my grandma didn't teach me that, I would be out here not knowing shit. For real. So it's like it's the way that we gotta talk to our kids to get them to understand is the way I feel, because the world, we done lost a lot of our grandmas, and lost a lot of our granddads, and lost a lot of realness. People don't want to help nobody no more. People don't want to be helped. And it's like, if we don't talk to these kids and get them to understand what the outcomes could possibly be, ain't gonna be no slapping no child on the internet, because they gonna shoot your ass on the internet. I'm just like, I'm praying that the outcome of that story was good, and not homie ended up resenting his dad even more, feeling embarrassed, just like with the rest of them girls who got their ass whipped on camera. I'm praying that their outcome was good and not them running away to some niggas because they didn't want to be around their mama no more because they hated their mama for embarrassing them. I'm praying that these outcomes did have good endings. But I do feel like everything that happened to them kids, the girls getting their ass whooped for twerking or talking to grown men, or the boy getting his face slapped up by his dad for acting stupid and putting guns on, I think that all that shit should have happened. I just think that the internet video should have been no talking. It should have been, look, what you think can happen with you with a gun? Why do you need a gun? What's going on in your area? What's up with the people you're around? Can I help you with the people that you're around? What can we do to make this situation better? Not, nigga, you ain't tough, you ain't about that life. And if your friends got a problem with it, tell them to come see me. Like, niggas gonna try you, bruh. And that's cool if you feel like you can handle a whole bunch of 14-year-olds. That's cool. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying, you think them little niggas ain't gonna be on some bullshit. So I'm saying, look at Cat Williams. He was just out there playing football and a little nigga tried no respect. So it's a way
Man,
that you gotta
William
come at
shouldn't
these
have been
kids.
playing no football. He too cute out there
You,
trying to
you,
play football.
he shouldn't have been, maybe, but I mean, anybody just being trying to show love. But still, the respect there, them kids should have had more respect for him. That's what I'm saying. They should have had more respect for that grown ass man, but these kids don't have that guidance. So it's tough out here, man. It's tough. But I just don't respect the whole embarrassing our kids on camera. I don't respect it.
Well, I'm gonna go on and end it. You all have a good night. Thank you for tuning in and sharing your thoughts. Peace.